goal for the Los Angeles Kings. Rogie Vachon, number 30. And his opponent down at the other end, number 29, Mike Palmateer. As we get set to start at center ice, Apps for Los Angeles. Franklin Monahan playing on one wing. Hold up on the other. Sargent and Murdoch are the two defensemen. That's Bob Murdoch, number 5. And Gary Sargent, number 22. The Leafs have Sittler, Lanny McDonald, Dan Maloney, Brian Glennie, Boreas Salming. The playoffs are underway. Los Angeles gets the puck up to center ice. Golda flipped the puck over the line, stopped by Glennie. Glennie for Lanny McDonald, went through his skates. Gary Sargent shot it over the line. It's a delayed whistle offside. It'll be outside the blue line.
Well, you can tell right off the bat it's going to be a hitting hockey game. There's Ron Stewart, the Kings coach, 21 years in the league as a player. His second coaching job. He lasted a few months with the Rangers before coming to the Kings.
Apps 14, Hardly Monahan 12. And number 21 is Glenn Golda. Face off outside the blue line. Now then, Monahan. Along with Maloney as the puck is taken by Brian Glennie at his own blue line up to center. A long shot into the corner. It comes out to Vachon. Vachon, a back pass. Round on the boards it comes. Hardland Monahan getting it over on the wing. Stopped by McDonald, but it gets out to center ice. Then Glennie intercepts the pass and shoots it right back in again. Vachon out of his net. Sittler went down. The puck goes out over the blue line to center ice, and it's Boreas Salming coming back. He's over the line. Danny Maloney was in ahead of him, and the face-off comes outside the blue line.
Danny Maloney has to get used to Salming's moves. There's Roger Nielsen. What a tremendously successful first year he's had as coach. The only coach, Bill, I've seen all year whose blood pressure never seemed to vary too much. I don't recall seeing him lose his cool all season long.
No. Jimmy Jones at center, Williams on the left wing, Butler on the right, Johansson and Ian Turnbull as the puck is shot over the line. That's Randy Maneri, number 2, with it for the Los Angeles Kings. Number 16 is Marcel Dion. 18, Dave Taylor. It's shot down the ice. It's over the red line. It's touched by Williams, and that is icing. All set to go. Face-off in that circle. Face-offs have been very important. This one to Turnbull. He took a shot. It deflects into the corner. Marcel Dion around on the boards. It comes. There's going to be a penalty here right off the bat. Interference. And the first penalty is coming up. And it goes to the Kings. Bob Murdoch back out on the defense for Los Angeles. It comes right back to Salming. A shot. Vachon stopped that. And he's got it. About 4 feet outside the goal crease, Brian.
Well, you mentioned moments ago, Bill, the importance of those face-offs, especially in the corners. Here's Rogie Vachon making the stop. He has a 2 average versus the Leafs this season. And 286 against the league in total.
Murdoch talking and giving instructions as we get set to face off. That's Marcel Dion, number 16 out there, but the Leafs have the puck. Maloney gets it back to Turnbull. Turnbull took a shot, heads in behind Vachon. He doesn't know where it is. And he nearly kicked it back into his own net.
Well, the Kings are going to have to do something about this face-off situation. The Leafs have beaten them twice in a row now and had good scoring chances. Here Maloney gets it back, shot on its way, and Rogie looks behind him. Where is it? It's under him. And almost squirted loose.
Sittler wins the draw again to Turnbull. Ian Turnbull into Sittler. Took his shot. Another one for Maloney. Maloney is hooked. Sittler missed it. Boreas Salming with the puck. Boreas Salming to Sittler. Sittler for Lanny McDonald. It's intercepted. And Murdoch gets it out to center ice. And Dion hits Boreas Salming, and Sittler gives it to Ian Turnbull. Turnbull back to the net. Up on the right wing for Sittler. Play is called. An interference penalty now to the Leafs. Boreas Salming. There's no score in this first period.
Edistrin still had 1:20 left in his penalty for interference. Now Salming goes to the box.
All All set to go now. Teams are even at 5 aside. Sittler gets the draw to Mike Pelech. Pelech and Glennie. Sittler and Ellis. Pelech gets it over for Ron Ellis. Ellis gets it out over the line. Too well covered by Larry Brown. Now the puck is loose. Randy Maneri pushed by Ellis. Gets it over on the wing to Murphy. Murphy, number 7, coming to center over the blue line. He's poke checked by Glennie. It's offside.
Glennie back in action, wearing the collar, also nursing a groin injury. The Leafs happy to have him back on the blue line.
Stan Weir at center now with Williams, Pelech, and Glennie, who has the puck. A pass over to Mike Pelech. Pelech gets over center, drives the puck in. Williams was offside.
Tiger Williams. Don't see him so much on the power play now for the Leafs. He had 6 power play goals early on. Hasn't scored one since Christmas. That's 48 games without a power play score. Right now the teams are even, however.
44 seconds left in Edstrand's penalty. 1:22 in Salmings as play is underway. Larry Brown getting it over to Randy Maneri. Maneri up at center. Right onto Stan Weir's stick. Stan Weir comes straight to center. Shot the puck into the corner. Rebound goes near Vachon. Picked up by number 7, Mike Murphy of Los Angeles. Gets it to number 19, Butch Goring. He lost it, and Maneri has it again. Randy Maneri of LA out to Butch Goring. Goring, number 19 at center to the Leaf line. Dropped it back. Murphy then tried to relay it, and it's picked up by Mike Pelech. Pelech shot it out to center ice. Cleared then by Gary Sargent. Back on the ice is Daryl Edstrand. LA at full strength. Goes behind the Leaf net. Mike Pelech. Shot it along the boards. Williams covered, but it's brought up by Mike Pelech. Pelech goes over the line for Williams. Pelech goes after it himself. Took his man into the boards, then hit the boards himself. Back up the ice for Dion. He's checked. Ian Turnbull with 11 seconds remaining in Salming's penalty. Edstrand, a long shot. Tapped by Palmateer. I believe that's the first shot on the Leaf net. It's cleared down the ice. Salming is out. There was a man in position, so there's no icing call. It comes up to Taylor. Taylor down this right side, stopped by Ian Turnbull, who was knocked down from behind. Here's trying to get right in front. A shot at the goalpost. And another grab by Palmateer. Grant, how he could ever miss that one. Tonight's Stanley Cup playoff game is coming to you from Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto.
Close call at the Leaf end moments ago. Danny Grant, tremendous goal scorer, not much of a skater, but there's the shot, and the Leafs managed to clear it away before the rebound was poked in.
Dion gets it back to Murdoch. His shot was stopped by Williams. Jones, a pass ahead for Butler. Butler cutting in. Goes behind the net. Still has it. Centered it right in front. Williams takes the shot. It's still loose. Jones back to Turnbull, a shot. And the Leaf player, Butler, was interfered with. A holding penalty going to the Los Angeles Kings.
Looks like Larry Brown, number 3. Now we have a mix-up in front of Rogie Vachon. Boy, we've had 3 close calls in this hockey game already. 2 at the Kings' end, 1 at Palmateer's end of the ice.
We have a penalty coming up here, Brian, and it's the number 3, Larry Brown. And we have the Leaf captain here lining up for this face-off in LA territory. No score in the game. We're at plate 436. Here's a chance for Turnbull. Ian Turnbull trying to set up Sittler in front of the net. Ian Turnbull goes right in on goal. And that was stopped by Vachon. Goes around to Murphy. Can't get it out. Borje Salming with a shot. A rebound by Lainey McDonald. Lainey McDonald has it again. Right in front of Maloney, and he missed it. It's cleared, but not out. Ian Turnbull again with it. Shot it behind the net. Edstrand is covered. Maloney trying to get it out in front. Back to Salming. Salming takes his shot. Vachon caught that.
Leafs coming awfully close here against Vachon. Here's Salming's shot. He stops that. McDonald is right there, and it's off him again, and then McDonald was tripped up. Leafs looking very powerful, and Sittler winning almost every draw so far.
Stamkowski shouldn't be allowed to take the face-off. Williams wins the draw. Back to Salming to Lanny McDonald. He shot it off the board. Sittler trying to get it in front. Goes back to Lanny McDonald again to Maloney. Off his stick. Sittler has it. Sittler coming from the front side. It was shot back to him. Still has it. 1 minute remaining in the penalty. Darryl Sittler has it again. Back to Lanny McDonald. Into Sittler. Sittler gets a shot. It's right in front of the net. They try to dig it out. And it's shot off the boards and down the ice. Gloria Salming back there for it. 40 seconds remaining in the penalty. Long pass to Maloney at center. Over to Williams. Williams is over the line. Takes his shot. He fired it wide. Sittler lets one go. That's knocked down. He gets it through to Maloney. Back to Salming. A shot right in front of the net. It's picked wide. Darryl Sittler. Lanny McDonald is shot.
They're saying Maloney was in the crease, and they're not going to give the Leafs the goal. Maloney was in the crease. And referee Bruce Hood is saying the goal will not count. There's a lot of jamming going on. Maybe on the replay when we see it, we'll see how he got in the crease. Was he pushed in? I don't think there's any question Maloney was in there. And the Leaf fans are setting up a howl now as the goal will be disallowed. Now, here's Williams in front. Let's see this shot. By McDonald on its way. Now where is Maloney? You can see him in behind Rogie Vachon. Definitely both feet in the crease, and you could not tell how he got there. Whether he went in of his own volition or whether he was shoved in, you could not see on that. But referee Bruce Hood had a pretty close eye on things, and he rules no goal.
Trevor Johansson to Pat Boutet, Stan Weir, and Murphy. They get after the puck. Ian Turnbull keeps it in for Stan Weir. Stan Weir trying to get it out in front. Goes back to the net. Comes out in front. Oh! Stan Weir on the short side.
In front, 1-0. The players coming off the bench to congratulate Stan Weir. To this point, Toronto has outshot Los Angeles 9-1. And they get the first goal. Weir coming from behind. And dead center of the net. Here he comes again. We'll get a better look at it here. Where did he find room? Just over the left elbow, it appeared, of Rogie Vachon. And this followed the dispute. Stan Weir at 6:35.
Toronto goal scored by number 14, Stan Weir.
Here he is,
Assist number
coming from
2,
behind
Ian
as
Turnbull,
the Kings are scrambling.
and number 15, Pat Boutet. Time 6:35.
Only 1 second left in the penalty to Larry Brown when Weir scored a power play goal.
6 minutes, 35 seconds was the time of the scoring play by Stan Weir. Apps at center now. Monahan on one wing and Gold upon the other. The puck at the blue line. Turnbull ran into Monahan. The puck goes down the ice, and it's called for icing and will come all the way back into the Los Angeles zone to the right. He's got superstar marked on him.
Oh, I think so.
The puck is shot to the blue line. Trevor Johansson shot. Cleared out over the blue line by Randy Maneri. Offside. Weir. He couldn't get out in time. Pat Boutet brought it in.
Lanny McDonald at the bench finished the year with 47 goals, just one shy of the all-time Leaf record held by Frank Mahovlich.
Puck is knocked into the corner in LA territory there. Randy Maneri back of the net, starting to come out, gets it up to center ice. Off a stick, Johansson tried to feed Ellis, and Monahan got it right down into Leaf territory. Volunteer to Johansson, into Ian Turnbull. Ian Turnbull didn't get it out. Maneri kept it in. Monahan passed it back out. Boutet tried to cover his man. Darryl Eddistrand Stopped by Turnbull. Up it comes to Ellis. Offside at the blue line.
Turnbull bumps with Apps. The players mill around. Ellis tried to make a pretty good play there, but he just couldn't drag his foot on the blue line.
This is Stanley Cup 78 from Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto. Sargent playing on the defense with Rob Palmer now, number 6, hit for the first time. Williams, number 22, up to center ice, gets over the red line, shot the puck in, the rebound, Vachon leaving it for second. It's handed to Butler, to Jones, to Butler right in front of the net, and his backhand was wide. They go to the board. The puck comes to Marcel Dion. Now we have a mix-up. Play going right on. Play is finally called and whistled down. We had Rob Palmer, Jimmy Jones, Taylor, and Butler. From the faceoff, Jimmy Jones. Shot it out on the left wing to Williams at center. A long shot. That shot seemed to fan on it, but it was off the target. Jones is after it again. Behind the net. Centered it right in front. Williams couldn't get it. Cleared by Murdoch up the center. Dion shoots it in wide of the net. Palmatier comes out of the goal, wraps it off the glass and out to center ice. Cleared back by Larry Brown over here for Murdoch. Murdoch's pass intercepted by Butler, Williams, and Turnbull. Ian Turnbull missed a check and then went back. Murdoch. Williams missed Taylor with a body check. The puck in front of the Leaf net, chopped over to the far wing. Lanny McDonald is out there now. As the Leafs are changing on the go, Williams flips it to center ice by Murdoch. Over to Darryl Eddestrand. Eddestrand a long shot. Palmatier had no trouble with that. Up to Lanny McDonald with Sittler. Just got it out. Shot back in again. A shot by Mike Murphy ends up on Sittler's stick. And Sittler flips it out to center. Back it goes to Randy Maneri. Up to Murphy. Play is called. It was shot from inside the blue line over the red line at center. And that's where the faceoff will be called by Gerard Gauthier.
Mike Murphy scored 25 points in playoff competition. Former Marlboro star, went on to New York. Kings acquired him in a pretty good trade that worked out well for the Kings. Used to call Los Angeles Team Castoff. They'd had about 20 players nobody else seemed to want.
Long shot goes in behind the net all the way around on the boards. Darryl Eddestrand. Lanny McDonald was manhandled over at the boards. Back to Dion to Stemkowski. It's over the line. Stopped by Salming. Salming couldn't get it out. Maloney tried to get to it. Over to Salming and Sittler. Now Salming is knocked down by Stemkowski. It was a high stick.
Kings expected a physical game, and the Leafs made no bones
was
about
going
it.
for high sticking. Teams are even at 5-a-side. 1-0 Toronto Maple Leafs. 9:44 remaining in the first period. Gloria Salming over on the wing to Ferguson, making his first appearance, coming up with Glennie and Maloney. They shoot it into the corner. Hit by Murphy, who was hit by Maloney. Ferguson gets it back to Glennie. Glennie shot it wide of the net. Maloney into the corner, and Ferguson gets the puck. Shot it out in front. Vachon held it. Jimmy Jones with Tiger Williams, Marcel Dion, Bob Murdoch, Gary Sargent, all lining up for this faceoff outside the blue line. Jones, Turnbull, Williams, and Joe Hansen. Number 18 is Taylor, of course. Now then Williams. Gets it over the line. Gary Sargent checked by Williams. Williams gets it into the corner. Now the teams are at full strength. Williams shoved off the puck. Then he gives Murdoch a push. Back down the ice for the Kings. And number 8, Bert Wilson, was too well covered by Trevor Johansson. Then they go to the boards. Play is called. Johansson starts shoving at Taylor. And it wouldn't take too much to start something the way they're going. But it has not been what you'd call a chippy hockey game.
Well, a lot of bruises follow a game like this.
The puck is to Ian Turnbull. Turnbull back of the net. Jimmy Jones comes back there with him. Turnbull ahead to Johansson. Johansson's pass for Williams is knocked off his stick. Harry Sargent. There's going to be a penalty to the Leafs. Williams, I believe, on that exchange. Bob Murdoch getting it up. It's passed back. Sargent's got it again. They got to be careful. It's cleared by Murdoch into the Leaf zone. Back to get it is Trevor Johansson. That's called. And we'll have a penalty. This Stanley Cup playoff game is coming to you from Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto.
Tiger Williams gets his first playoff penalty. He picked up 351 minutes during the regular season. He gets it for slashing at 12:56.
And so the Los Angeles Kings will have their chance for the power play, and it's right from the faceoff. Borje Salming shoots it down the ice. Gary Butler, Jimmy Jones, Borje Salming, Ryan Glennie. Coming out is Tommy Williams. Up to center. Gets it over here to Dion. Dion gets over the line, shot it through to Williams. He's checked by... And Borje Salming shoots it down the ice. Going back for it is Marcel Dion. Number 16. Mike Murphy, number 7 on the right side here. Butch Goring, it goes for Murphy. Checked by Butler. Back it goes to Glennie. Over for Borje Salming, and he golfs it down the ice. For the Kings again, Marcel Dion to Murphy. Shot it out over the line. Borje Salming seems to control the puck completely. He's got it again. Off the boards, out to center. Tapped by Sargent, over to Dion. Dion just cleared the puck over the line, and guess who? Borje Salming is there again. And he shoots it down the ice. Back of the net for Gary Sargent. 49 seconds remaining in the penalty to Williams. Butch Goring. Heading it to number 22, Gary Sargent, up at center. Up to the Leaf line. Stops. Had to go back. His teammates are offside, and he waits to Murphy. That's knocked out. That's brought over the line. Grant took a shot. Borje Salming stopped that. It's cleared over onto the far side. Gary Sargent a shot. That's deflected high and goes over the glass into the crowd.
You won't do it tonight if it happens.
Jimmy Jones lost the draw this time. The Stavkovsky shot that ends up on the boards. George Ferguson has broken his stick. Now the King, a shot, and that's blocked by Mike Palmateer with his right hand. And he was determined to grab that one because of Ferguson breaking his stick.
Well, perhaps Randy Maneri might not have shot had he thought about it for more than a second or two. Here's the puck coming back to Maneri, the former Atlanta Flame. Well, he had a pretty good shot, an open target there.
Bob Murdoch comes back to his position now. He was over at the LA bench getting a new stick. That's Sillaps at center ice, number 14. Along with Hartland Monahan and Glenn Goldup. Stan Weir with Pat Boutette. And Ron Ellis. Weir to Ellis. The linesman Matt Pavlich was knocked down. It's cleared up at center. Cleared right back again, though, by the Kings. And Palmateer leaves the puck there for Ian Turnbull. Turnbull up to Pat Boutette. Over to Johansson to Stan Weir. Stan Weir has scored the only goal of the game so far. A shot. Ellis went after it. Picked up by number 3, Larry Brown. Brown at center ice to Murdoch. Murdoch is checked by Johansson. Turnbull shoots it out. Monahan shoots it back in again. Apps goes after it. Palmateer lets it go to Ian Turnbull. A pass ahead to Jones with Jerry Butler. Butler's cutting in the right wing. Jesus goal!
Lead it 2-0, and again they come off the bench. Every player except Gordon McRae celebrating a birthday today, but standing there applauding, comes out now to congratulate Jerry Butler. An outstanding rush as the Kings might have been caught trying to outsmart the Leafs with a line change here. Butler around the defense. I think Vashaw thought he might cut in front, and he fooled him, going the other way, slipping it in. It's 2-0.
Jerry Butler. Assist number 16, Jimmy Jones.
Jimmy Jones
and
head on
number
the pass.
2, Ian Turnbull.
Along with Turnbull
Time
getting the other assist. You can see the reaction of Butler.
Jerry Butler from Jimmy Jones and Ian Turnbull.
Scored 9 goals during the regular season. Gets a big one here in the playoffs. Time 15:53. Watch it again. Butler coming in on Vashaw. Little move here. Rogie went down. He slipped it underneath. Bill, the Kings, I noticed, made 2 changes on that last shift in a matter of seconds, trying to get first Apps off the ice and Dion on, and then they switched right back again. That might have hurt them on that play.
Butch Goring at center ice with Murphy on the right wing. Williams on the left. Puck is cleared for Maloney. Maloney missed it. Driven by Darryl Sittler. Lanny McDonald races after it. Shot it to the other side. Cleared out by Murphy for Goring as Sittler stepped into Murphy. Boreas Salming shoots the puck in. It's offside. 2-0 for the Toronto Maple Leafs as we get set for the face-off. It comes back. Shot by number 6, Rod Palmer. Leafs just shoot it out to center ice. Sargent gets it over for Palmer over his stick, gets the rebound off the boards, and he hands it to Mike Pellick, who drives it in behind the net. Ron Ellis goes after it. Sargent beat him to it, just getting it. Still behind the net, though. Ellis after his man. It's cleared out for Goldup. Goldup at center. Over the blue line for Los Angeles. He lost the puck. Boreas Salming for Pat Boutet. It comes out to center ice. Shot over for Apps. Apps is over the line. He's caught by Salming. Goes into the corner. Mike Pellick holding it against the board. Sittler's there, and play is called. Puck goes near Palmateer. Boreas Salming gets it back of the net. Grant centered it, and it's centered all the way down the ice to center. Goes back to the blue line. Edestrand to Maneri. His pass intercepted by Salming. Salming missed a body check from Edestrand. Williams goes after it. Goes into the corner. Jerry Butler flipped it behind the net into the corner on this side. And it's cleared by Edestrand. Butler stepped into him. Play is called. A little bumping here and there. And Williams looks around, and he and number 18, Dave Taylor, have been exchanging pleasantries all through this first period.
Salming just handed out a tremendous body check a moment ago against Silla.
2 minutes and 27 seconds remaining now in the first period. Leafs have a 2-0 lead. Boreas Salming shoots the puck around on the boards, goes behind the net. Vashon had to get away from him momentarily, but it's recovered there by Randy Maneri. Randy Maneri's pass up for Taylor. Mike Pellick just missed him with a body check. Maneri shoots the puck over the line, and Boreas Salming goes into the corner, right around on the boards for Williams. He let it go. It's not out. Maneri shot it into the corner. Dion got it in front, and Jerry Butler has it. Jerry Butler up with Jimmy Jones. He's flying over the line. Williams didn't get to it. And it's brought back by Taylor. Taylor of the Kings over the line, gets his shot. Palmateer knocked that down and holds on.
Taylor showing some moves. No wonder he tied the NCAA record with Clarkson College last year, something like 108 points.
Maloney and Lanny McDonald, his teammates out there with him. It goes to Trevor Johansson. Trevor Johansson trying to bring it out off the boards for Maloney. Maloney knocked it down to Sittler, shot the puck in off the boards. It's Sargent. Goes to Maloney. Maloney trying to dig it out. Knocked off the puck. Comes to the blue line. Murphy was knocked down. Goring got it over the line. Intercepted by Lanny McDonald. Lanny McDonald off the boards for Maloney. Didn't reach him. Cleared in by the Kings. Trevor Johansson goes back. Around on the boards for Lanny McDonald. It came out. Sittler knocked his man down. Palmer trying to get it over to Goring. He does. Goring gets around Maloney. Less than a minute to go in this first period. It's shot around on the boards and out. Harry Sargent covered by Sittler. He kicks it through for Lanny McDonald with Maloney. Lanny McDonald going right in and goal. And a good save there by Vachon as Maloney was standing in front of the net. A long shot into the Leaf zone, and Palmateer cleared that to Sittler. 36 seconds. A pass out for Maloney. Up to Lanny McDonald. He shoots it in. Leafs are changing on the go. Over the boards is Boutet. Ellis. Sittler still out there. Ryan Glennie poked it. Sittler went flying into the boards as he missed Goldup. A pass over the line for Arthur Munning. A Leaf player is grabbed. Called for icing, and it'll go all the way back down the ice into LA territory. You have 11 seconds remaining here at Maple Leaf Gardens. First period. Peter Stemkowski against Stan Weir. Goes behind the net into the corner. Eddestrand is covered. Cleared out in front by Stan Weir. Ellis couldn't get to it. Ellis knocked his man off the puck. Here's Stan Weir with it. Just as the bell goes to end the first period. And so the score at the end of the first period, Toronto Maple Leafs 2, Los Angeles Kings nothing.
Long our congratulations from the Gauntlet to Darryl Sittler, to Guy Lafleur, and to Cesar Maniego and Kurt Ridley. And now, Bill, a summary of that first period.
Okay, Brian, and in that first period, it was all Maple Leafs. Stan Weir opened the scoring at 6:35 from Turnbull and Boutet, and then Butler from Jones and Turnbull at 15:53. Toronto outshot LA 12-7. And now we're getting set to resume play as Roger Neilson looks on, the coach of the Maple Leafs. Marcel Dion at center ice. Danny Grant, number 15, on the left wing. And Taylor, number 18, on the right side. Borje Salming off the boards for Jones to Butler. Butler shot the puck in. It goes inside the net. Taylor is given a bump by Williams. It comes back. Glennie keeps it in with a shot. That's wide. Jerry Butler after it. Dion missed it. Now it's picked off by Bob Murdoch. Murdoch stopped by Butler, who's all over the ice tonight, playing his strongest game as a Maple Leaf. Goes back to Borje Salming. Salming back of the net. Long pass at center for Williams. Vachon. Butler took a whack at it. Now then Jimmy Jones. A back pass into the corner. Jerry Butler's there. Butler behind the net for Williams. He wasn't expecting it. Goes after it. Sargent's there with him. So is Dion, and play is called.
Of the Leafs' 12 shots in that first period, Bill, Salming took 4 of them.
Well, he certainly controlled the play, and also when the Leafs were short-handed, the shot. And that shot stopped that one from Turnbull at the blue line. Ian Turnbull back at his own blue line. Gets it to Trevor Johansson. Johansson's pass over on the wing for Maloney. And he has it knocked off his stick to center, but there's Turnbull again. Gets it over the line. Andy Maloney has to leave the ice for equipment change. Taken by Randy Maneri, getting it over to Darryl Eddestrand. The long shot. Palmateer stopped that. Turnbull missed it, but he got it back again as the Leafs with a pass to Sittler. Sittler up at center, over the line, takes a shot high over top of the net. Lanny McDonald took a shot. Eddestrand bumped into him. Fearing pass ahead, over the line, on a hand going in. Mike Palmateer stopped that. Great save by Mike Palmateer.
Well, Boom Boom Geoffrion's son-in-law had a great scoring opportunity there. Palmateer went down awfully fast on that. Monahan could not get the puck up. A good stop by the Leaf netminder.
Butch Goring, number 19 at center. Williams. That's Tommy Williams. Now then Mike Murphy is going to take the face-off against Lanny McDonald. Borje Salming off the boards for Sittler. Sittler can't get by center as Eddestrand had him covered. Now then Williams gets the puck, gives it to Darrell Etterstrand. Etterstrand over the red line. No, he didn't cross it when he fired it. At least touch it. It's going to be icing, and it is. Etterstrand was trying to wait. Puck in the face-off circle. Marcel Dion checked by Jones. And it's picked off by Dion and brought out to center ice. Over the line with a shot. That's wide. Picked up by Mike Pelech. He's bumped by Dion. Dion centered it. Williams is there. And Jerry Butler starts down the ice at center. He tried to get it over the line to Pelech. It's shot back to Boreas Salmon. Up for Williams. He knocks it in. Back for it is Bob Murdoch of LA. The Kings coming up now to center ice. Toronto Maple Leafs leading 2-0. Murdoch stopped by Jones. Ian Turnbull has the puck. Turnbull shoots the puck in past Murdoch. It ends up behind the net. Gary Sargent, number 22 for the Kings. Starting to bring it out. Long pass at center. Dion is covered by Trevor Johansson. Goes back to Murdoch, to Sargent. Up at center ice. Sargent shot it back in again. It goes behind the net. Palmateer out of his goal. Big Williams spun around. Trevor Johansson. A pass to Jones. Tried to set up Jerry Butler again on the right wing and just failed. Butch Goring gets a pass over on the right side. Turnbull takes his man to the boards. The puck is loose. Goes into the corner. Jimmy Jones up for Jerry Butler. Butler is checked. Jimmy Jones gets it out and down the ice, and that's going to be icing. As soon as it's touched by Gary Sargent.
Number 18 is the rookie Dave Taylor. Had 22 goals for Los Angeles this year. Missed 10 games with an infected foot and played very little in 20 other contests. He could become a big star.
Goring won the draw. Murphy a shot wide. Etterstrand back. Takes a shot. Palmateer stopped that. Murphy missed the rebound. Maloney just tears it out and down the ice. Etterstrand going back for it. Etterstrand behind the net. Clears it up to the blue line. A pass at center. Stopped by Sittler. Sittler's over the line. Going around. Trying to set up Lanny McDonald. Maloney got it out in front, but Etterstrand was there. Now Sittler's got it again. Shot it in front of the net. And Murphy's pass is behind Mainieri, and it goes out to center ice. Glennie trying to hit Sittler. Goes back to Randy Mainieri. Off the boards for Murphy. Murphy back to Mainieri. Mainieri of LA coming to his own blue line. Up at center. A long shot. Wide of the net. Lanny McDonald. To Boreas Salmon. He was hit by the Rough Withers as he ran into him. Comes back to the blue line. Mainieri gets his shot. That hit a leg. Here's Etterstrand. Etterstrand to the side to Murphy. Shot it in front. Grabbed off by Palmateer. And Sittler and Murphy then also in on it here, number 17, Tommy Williams.
The linesman in there, but Salming is the most furious player on the ice. He started a rush. The referee, Bruce Hood, got in his way, and he bowled the referee over, and then as Salming went down, his stick swung dangerously close in the direction of the referee. Now, see if we can catch it now. Well, this is the Maloney altercation with Williams. And there's the hook right around the neck.
Tonight's Stanley Cup playoff game is coming to you from Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto.
Okay, listen up.
And we're back live now as we get set for this face-off in the circle. Stan Weir out there with Boutet and Ellis. The puck came out in front. Ian Turnbull takes it behind the net. Along the boards it goes. And Ellis gets it out to center ice. Stopped by Murdoch. Bob Murdoch coming back. The Kings starting to press the Leafs now, trailing by 2-0. And the Leafs now with Ron Ellis. Up the center, a pass to Stan Weir. Stan Weir just gets rid of it, shoots it in. It goes behind the net. Ellis is after it. Vachon gave it to Murdoch. Stan Weir is up for checking. Comes out, shot by Heartland Monahan to center ice. Over the line for Apps. Dropping it back for Monahan. The puck goes to Ian Turnbull to Stan Weir. They're along the boards. Play is called. At center ice, Randy Mainieri, number 2, flips a high one. off the board. Boya Salming picks it up. Salming is checked by Marcel Dion, but Mike Pellick is there. Pellick up for Jones. For Williams over the line. Williams knocks the puck into the corner, goes after it. Manny Maneri picked it up for LA, gets it up on the right wing to Taylor. Up at center ice, over the blue line, he's checked. Then Dion gets the puck but can't get his shot. He's held, and there's going to be a penalty for holding to Williams. All set to go now. Jerry Butler lost the draw, but John got it. But right between Butch Goring's legs all the way to center, all the way back to blue line. He lost it again. Jimmy Jones with it. Jones back to Salming. Salming for Jones, for Butler, and Jerry Butler is done. There's going to be a penalty there. Jerry Butler playing a strong game.
This fella never gets penalties. Butch Goring, 2 minutes all season. 3 seasons he's only had 1 minor penalty. And 22 seconds after the penalty to Williams, Butch Goring gets a penalty for tripping behind the Kings
Penalty to
net.
number
Here it is,
19,
19
Butch
Goring.
2 minutes for tripping.
Tripping Butler.
Time 6:55. Butch Goring for tripping. Time 6:55.
Over, the Kings have it. Murphy up the center, over the line, stopped by Turnbull. Stan Weir to Dan Maloney. Maloney for Trevor Johansson. Up at center, it's cleared. Maloney races after it. Stan Weir helps him out. And Weir is turned around and knocked down. Taken by Stemkowski over to Murphy up at center. Murphy to the blue line, trying to go around Turnbull. Let his shot go. Palmateer stopped that. Stemkowski takes out Turnbull. It comes back. Maneri then to Edestrand. That shot hit a skate. Maneri passed it out over the blue line. Edestrand had to go back to Maneri. Maneri's back at his own blue line. Starts back up again. A pass over the line. Edestrand is hard shot. Palmateer caught that. Trevor Johansson for Danny Maloney. Too far. And it rolled out anyway. Off the stick of number 6, Rob Palmer. Pass over on the left wing. Trevor Johansson bumped into his man. Sittler is out there now. The puck is shot in. Turnbull goes after it. Ian Turnbull. Shot it at center. A race for the puck. Sittler after it. And he just failed to get to it. Los Angeles hit the puck at center. Lanny McDonald then breaks that up. Back on the ice is Williams. Sittler ran into Sargent. Over the line. A pass. And that one goes into the corner as Palmateer sprawled. Back up for Sittler at center with Williams over the line. Broken up and cleared out over the blue line to center. Stopped by Salming, then picked up by Apps. He lost it. There's going to be a penalty here. And it looks like it's going to the Maple Leafs. Lanny McDonald has the puck. But we have a penalty being handed out to Darryl Sittler, his second of the night. With the score, Toronto 2, Los Angeles nothing. This is Stanley Cup 78.
The Leaf captain's in the penalty box at 9:09 of the second period. 2 minutes for slashing. And it took place right in front of the Leaf bench.
Jimmy Jones with Jerry Butler, along with Pellick and Boya Salming. Jones back to Glennie. Shot down the ice by Boya Salming. Goes behind the LA goal. Darryl Edestrand has it. Edestrand, Marcel Dion. Edestrand still with it. Pass to Gary Sargent. Sargent coming straight up the ice at center. Number 22 over the line. Glennie had him covered, and the puck goes back to center ice. Now it's Dion. Stick handling at center. Gaining at speed. Shot it over the line. Jerry Butler couldn't stop it. Coming right in, a shot, and that was stopped. And Jerry Butler gets that puck. Gets it out and down the ice. Going back for it is Edestrand. Edestrand behind the net. 2-0, the Leafs lead with 9:58 remaining in the second period. Number 25, Darrell Edestrand at center. Long shot. Glove knocked down by Palmateer. Boreas Salming, a pass stopped by Sargent. Butler took a poke at him. Shot. That's wide of the net. The rebound. And Jerry Butler for Jones. And Jimmy Jones gets it down the ice. And the Leafs have been very sound in their killing of penalties. Up the ice now for Los Angeles. A pass over the line. Danny Grant to Dion. Passed it in front. It goes into the corner. Picked up by Salming, and Salming backhands it down the ice. Sittler has 20 seconds left in his penalty. Back for Randy Maneri. Landy McDonald's out there now with Maloney. Up at center. Maneri over the line offside. Butch Goring, number 19. Tommy Williams and Mike Murphy. Puck goes to Trevor Johansson. He shot the puck down the ice. And Sittler with 2 seconds left. Watches as the puck is taken by Larry Brown, and Sittler's back out again. Sittler intercepted a pass, left it at the blue line, and Butch Goring clearing it up on the right wing, nowhere near Murphy. Maloney took him out of the play. Then Turnbull gave the puck away to Murphy. Murphy